Hi, this is Nick. Welcome to ISG, where we talk all things real estate in the Czech Republic. Today we're going to continue our series on owners associations by looking at the Evidentiary List. When you become the owner of an apartment, you'll receive a list of shared costs. This is known as the Evidentiary List. This list can range to very short to very long. It really depends on what the building is responsible for in terms of shared costs. Sometimes you'll have a building where there's literally just water, a bit of cleaning and a bit of electricity for lights provided, and you'll pay those costs accordingly. In other buildings, you can have quite high costs or quite varied costs. You can have gardening, reception charges, heating, cooling. They can all be in this kind of list. At the end of each year, the costs will be added up. This will be based on invoices from external companies or just calculated costs from a larger bill. The costs will be then divided up for your share and you'll be provided with the bill. The calculated costs are often quite confusing and there's normally quite a few attachments with this. So here are some basic information about it. Water usage is generally based on the meter reading. It can be just a meter for the entire building, in which case you'll pay your share of the water based on the size of your property in relation to everyone else's. In the case that you have water meters in your individual apartments, then you'll pay for the actual usage that you had, plus a share of anything that's left over. Sometimes there's a small leak, or there's just general losses in the building, and those will need to be covered, but down to everybody's share. Heating is somewhat similarly dealt with as water. However, in the situation where there are heating meters, you will still pay something towards the general share of the building as well as your own individual share. Commonly, you would pay 70% of the total usage for your apartment and 30% would be the usage of the whole building. The concept here is that if you're not heating your apartment, then you're taking heat from someone else who is heating their apartment, so you're getting heat anyway. Hot water is generally a mix of these two systems. You'll pay for the base water, the normal way the water is calculated, and you'll pay for the heating cost generally the same way the heat is calculated. Again, here, just because you don't use hot water doesn't mean that they don't have to heat up the water in case you use it. Nowadays on this list, you're likely to see more and more additional costs which aren't overly clear. These can be for maintenance, they can be for money for the board of directors, as this is almost now a full-time or at least a part-time role. And you'll also see other funds, like other things such as the repair fund and things that are similar to the repair fund. The reason you see this is because the buildings need to get more and more money in because the cost of repairs has been going up drastically. Sometimes it's not enough just to collect a repair fund, and sometimes they want to direct funds to specific cases. Thanks very much for watching this, and we'll see you next time as we delve deeper into the repair fund.